Namaste, hello, welcome to the Happy Brain Miracle Masterclass. Lovely to see all of you out there. Thank you very much for joining in and for being part of this wonderful journey as we are going to go through for the next 3 days. I would love to see all of you on camera on mode. If you can come on camera on mode, that will be brilliant. We can see each other, we can greet each other with a broad beaming smile. Lovely to see all of you out there. Lovely. Thank you for keeping your camera in on mode. Let's go with this mode that gives us a lot of comfort and lot of ease as we can open up and we can talk to each other. Thank you very much. I trust my voice is coming across. You are already responding, so that's obvious. Just let me know if the voice is good. If you can also see me on your screen, if both are fine, just let me know. Yeah, you can see me and my voice is coming across. Yes, thank you. Great. Before we proceed further, I would just love to know which city you're from. You can just write your name and the city you are from, and just give me one more small quick feedback. Is it okay that we continue with this session, although most part of it be in English as we have advertised? But is it okay that if I can use some part in Hindi, that may be a little comfortable for some? I can see Pallaviji is from Mumbai. Welcome Pallaviji. I can see people from Snehaji from Bangalore, Mumbai. Yeah, Katyani ji is from Hyderabad. Hema ji from Bangalore, Pune. Rupali ji is from welcome. Panchanan ji from Kurnul ji from Andhra Pradesh, Goa. Lakshman ji is from Vadodara. Almost every part of the country we are seeing people from. Tamil Nadu, Prabhakar ji is from. Partha ji from Kolkata. Surat, Dinesh ji is from. Lovely to see you all out there. Ajay Singh ji is from Jharkhand. Welcome. Panchanan ji from Rokhela. Welcome. Amrit Varsha ji is from Chandigarh. Welcome. Sangamitra ji is from Mumbai. Anuja from Mumbai. Mira ji from Mumbai. Wonderful. Vadodara, Bangalore. Ranbir ji from Haridwar. Almost every part of the country we are seeing people from. Great. Uttarakhand. Katima ji is from Uttarakhand. Sheila ji from Calcutta. Hindi, yes, that's what Ranbir ji is saying that. Yeah, I'll be using some Hindi. How many of you do not understand Hindi at all? Just mention, do not understand Hindi at all. So, DUH, do not understand Hindi. If you do not understand Hindi at all, I'll definitely translate it for you, but just mention how many of us here जो कि हिंदी एकदम नहीं समझ पाते हैं. Pami ji from Kerala. Prabhakar ji saying DUH. Okay, sure. I will definitely. Some I can see Seema ji. It's Sijo John. Yes, I'll definitely translate it in case I use some Hindi. Anjusha also mentioning. So few of you do not understand Hindi. No problem. Don't worry. I'll definitely translate it. But for ease of some, I will definitely also use some part in Hindi. Is it okay with everyone? Just say yes if you are agreeing. Yeah, me Punjabi, so definitely yes, I can see a lot of yeses coming in. Yeah. Please do open your cam so that will be giving me a lot of energy with a smile, with your presence. That is what we can all be with. Great. Wonderful. Lovely. Brilliant. Great. So now let's move on through the session. Before I take you through the session to the slides and discuss, let's just look at this. Why we are having this masterclass? For happiness. Yes, for happiness we are having, because we will see in the entire globe at this point in time, after the pandemic, the next pandemic, what already has been announced by WHO, would be the problem in our mind. And it's not you and me, it's all across. Right from children at the age of 7, 8, 9, we see people having depression, anxiety, all these things are happening. We'll understand why is it happening, and not just why is it happening, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? What can we do about it? What should be our strategy? And let me tell you, ये एकदम हमारे बस की बात है. We can do this. We can take some steps, strategize so that we can overcome these challenges. We'll see, we'll go through each of the problems we'll understand today. What are the problems in the mind? क्या क्या different problems होता है और उस problem को handle करने के लिए हमको क्या करना होगा? As we proceed through the next 2 days, today, tomorrow, and day after, definitely most of you would get some strategies, some ideas, some kind of understanding कि मन के अंदर होता क्या है, what is it that is going on every time, why we are having suffering so many times in our mind, और उसको क्या कर सकते हैं, how to approach that. That's what we'll be looking at as we proceed further. How many of you are really excited? And it's not just about coming out from the challenges. We should be happy. Happiness is beyond the challenges. How we can enjoy and go through the journey of life, and हम लोग उसमें खो जाना चाहिए जब हम जिंदगी के सफर में चल रहे हैं ना. It should be happy. Why should we struggle and suffer? We'll learn each one of these things as we proceed further. Excited. I can see excited. Yeah, let's all write excited. All of us, we should be excited to learn. एक चीज मैं बता दूं आपको कि learning is one of the powerful mechanism to be happy. If you keep learning things, open your mind to learn, you'll be happy. ये एक this is an hack. Happiness के लिए learning एक hack है. If you keep learning, keep aside some time for yourself, you will definitely happy. So we are learning, so you are all excited. That's great. Let's get on. Let me bring on my slides so it will be easier for us to be on track. Many times we get derailed, we get somewhere else and forget about what our agenda is. Will not let that happen, and let's all get on to the slide and see what is it that we'll learn through this process. So this is Happy Brain Miracle Masterclass. I welcome you all. आप सबका स्वागत है इस journey में, and as we proceed through this, slowly we will unfold what is the mind, what is conscious, subconscious mind. वो भी हम देखेंगे कल as we get into tomorrow's session. We'll understand some aspects of our structure of the mind as well. We'll understand few aspects of our brain. Scientifically देखेंगे, और वो भी देखेंगे कि what are the things that we can do so that we can come out of it. And astonishingly, many of them would be very familiar. You will see something are already been practiced for ages and millennia by our traditions. But when we put them systematically, एक के बाद एक हम जोड़ते जाएंगे, आप देखोगे कि आप अपने आप इस प्रॉब्लम से बाहर आ रहे हो. Unfortunately, we have forgotten all these things. And this is all about that. I will take you through this journey. Let's all tighten our belt, dive into this world of happiness. Let's go on, move on. Welcome formally to this session. Can you all see the slide as well? Is the slide visible to you? My picture, my voice, my slide. If all good, just mention all good. Means you can write AG in short. AG means all good. Yes. AG. I can see it flooding in. That's so exciting. I really can see you are all immersed in this session. आप सब इतना involved हैं, वो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा energy दे रहा है. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Yeah, wonderful. So, Happy Brain Miracle Masterclass. All of us, we are ready to go with excitement. Let's get in. Yeah, prefer. Yes, absolutely. Most of the time I'll be speaking English only, but sometimes I'll be using Hindi and translating it. No worries. Anjusha ji, I'll take care because our program is in English, but sometimes for ease of understanding of some, we'll use Hindi, but mostly it'll be in English. Yeah. Now moving on. Why is this masterclass? क्यों ये क्या happiness के ऊपर क्यों हम कर रहे हैं? What is the reason for what we are doing? And let me take you through a hard fact which is being surfaced. And this is not just in one location, one geography, one culture, or one community. This is all across. What is it? This. Millions of people on this planet are suffering. They're having stress, anxiety, procrastination, worry, anger. When I say procrastination, laziness. उनके अंदर वो energy नहीं है. They are not coming out with that kind of an energy. So they are feeling like absolutely lazy, not feeling like doing anything. not getting that energy. Sleeplessness, guilt, shame, lethargy, depression. These are conditions which are like a tsunami. They are now engulfing the entire humanity. Right from early age, children and old age, it is prevalent. Do you agree? Do you see this as a major cause of concern? सबके लिए चिंता का कारण है. It's a matter of concern for every one of us, all of us. We see in our family, in our vicinity, around us, in school, in college, in office. These are happening in housewives. Do you agree with this? This is a major cause of concern. Yeah? बहुत बड़ा एक concern है सबके लिए चिंता का कारण है. Do you see that? Just mention yes. Yes, Sonali ji, Prem ji, yes. So many of us, we all agree, we know that this is what is happening. And why, क्यों हो रहा है ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. We have all amenities with us, all the facilities, everything around, but still, this is what is happening. Do you know for what? And you'll be astonished to know this. It is not because of any problem in our external scenario. People very rich still are unhappy, extremely rich. I work with people who are insanely rich. इतना पैसा है उनके पास कि वो मेरे ख्याल से 7 generation संभाल सकते हैं, but still they are crying when they are alone. When they talk to me, some of them they break down. Reason is it's not because of external things. बाहर का ये नहीं है. This is not about the outer world. ये problem है inner world का. Inside, the problem is inside. The problem is in our brain. Problem is in our mind. The problem is we have not mastered the art of training our mind. हमारे पास वो skill नहीं है, वो हुनर नहीं है. How to manage our mind. इतना सीख जाए, things will get sorted. And that's exactly what I'm going to take you through. Just know, अगर anxiety हो रहा है तो करना क्या है, अगर stress में है तो करना क्या है, और क्यों stress हो, क्यों anxiety हो. Why should at all anxiety and stress should be there? They should not be. With all the facilities, all the brilliant things that we have, why should at all we have this? But as we go further into this, we will see there is a reason, there is a science behind it. Do you all agree with me on this? Just write I agree. IA. We can all write IA. Yeah, IA means I agree. That means this is a problem of inside. It is not the problem of outside. If you agree with this, just write I agree. आपको कितना भी पैसा दे दिया जाए, still if you have not learned the art to be happy, you'll be unhappy. Agree? Yes. I agree. All of us, we can actually understand this because this is something which you have not learned, not taught in school. स्कूल में कहीं करिकुलम में है ही नहीं. हमको कभी नहीं बताया गया कि इमोशन को कैसे मैनेज करना है, एंग्जाइटी को कैसे मैनेज करना है, स्ट्रेस को कैसे मैनेज करना है, जो कि सिंपल बेसिक थिंग्स है. एंड वी विल लर्न इट टुडे. विल स्टार्ट लर्निंग इट इन दिस वेरी सेशन, दिस वेरी कोर्स. 3 दिन के अंदर हम सीख जाएंगे हो क्या रहा है, करना क्या है. What is that we need to do? What should be the strategy? What is it that is happening? Yeah. Great to see all of your responses. Moving on further. Yeah, as Shivani ji is mentioning there, I have anxiety disorder without any solid reason. Absolutely. Why? You cannot just know. Many of us, not you alone. I mean, let me tell you, don't feel bad. Most of the people, in fact, you should not feel isolated. So many of people whom I am working with, many of them are they're saying yes, many of them they are saying they're hiding it, but so many people are suffering from this anxiety. Morning get up and have anxiety, no reason. There is absolutely no point. They do not know क्यों हो रहा है, उसका पता भी नहीं है, लेकिन हो रहा है. Yeah, social anxiety हो रहा है. Same here as people are same with me. So many of us taking medicine for last 6 months. Ma'am, it's not only you 6 months. There are people who are taking for years together and they're also coming out of it. The good news is if we learn how we can handle this, we can definitely overcome. Sleep related issues, sleeplessness. क्यों sleeplessness होना चाहिए? By nature has given us that state. And please trust me, you just need to discipline your mind. ये इतना आसान नहीं है करना, बट सिंपल है, स्टेप्स आर सिंपल. आपको थोड़ा रिजॉल्व लेना है. यू हैव टू जस्ट टेक दैट फर्स्ट मूव, फर्स्ट स्टेप. इसी में लोग खो जाते हैं, दे बैक आउट, बिकॉज इनिशियल फ्यू डेज आर टफ. Initially, if you just push yourself, you can definitely come out of it. And we'll learn that, how to do that. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the gut. As it has been, Gupta ji is mentioning, it has related to gut. Yes, absolutely. It has a lot to do with gut. But again, that gut issue again also comes from stress. It's reverse as well. If you have anxiety, gut issue will also be there. Stress, gut issue will also be there. Both way. If you have gut issues, you have anxiety, stress, and all those problems. If you have anxiety, stress, depression, gut issue will be there. Yeah. In fact, most of the time it is the reverse. Gut issue props up because of stress and anxiety. Would you agree with me on this? Most of the people that I have seen having IBS, having gut problem, having leaky gut, leaky all this problem is because of stress and anxiety. Yes, agree. Just mention agree. In fact, it starts many times. The gut issue starts because of the anxiety, stress, depression, sleeplessness. Again, because of this, mind is disturbed. That's what is leading to this. Great, great, great. So moving further, ये जो है, this is our default state of mind. कई लोग इसको agree करेंगे कि by default sometimes our mind is harboring these things. It's holding these things. Anxiety, worry, sorrow, anger, fear, restlessness, stress, all these are there by default. And it has a reason. We will discuss about that as well. But just the reason why it is there, there is a reason. By default, mind has a tendency to get inclined to negativity. Negative emotion हमारे अंदर by default है, और उसको हटाने के लिए, उससे बाहर निकलने के लिए उनको कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी अप्लाई करना है. और that precise strategy is what we are going to discuss. By default it is there. Now we have to transform, we have to transcend, we can call it. इससे बाहर आना है, and through some simple steps. The problem is this is not our priority. हमारा प्रायोरिटी है पैसा कमाना, हमारा प्रायोरिटी है कहीं घूमना, ये करना है वो करना. But if it is not in our priority, we definitely are not going to come out of it. Just mention, let happiness be our priority in life. We do not see it as a priority. That in fact, for happiness we do everything, but we are unhappy because happiness is not the priority. For happiness we are doing so many things, they become our priority. So we do not have time for happiness. Just write, happiness is priority. HIP. Just mention that. Happiness is priority. Once you make it as a priority, once you actually give some time to this, you will be happy, because we have to make our mind happy, make our body happy. That's what we will learn in this. That priority we have to set. We can go for a world tour, investing crores of lakhs of rupees to become happy and go there and unhappy. We are investing so much of money to go to a big 5-star hotel to spend some time. Again, we go there and be unhappy. So what's the fun? First, from happiness, let's work. Then everything will become so joyous and happy. Great. Absolutely. So this is what is the flow that we are planning. We are shifting from this left side में जो है उसको हम ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं राइट साइड में. ऑन योर स्क्रीन इफ यू कैन सी, एंजाइटी वरी से हम लोग काम, रिलैक्स्ड, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, बैलेंस्ड, फोकस्ड, जॉयफुल, ब्लिसफुल स्टेट में जाना चाह रहे हैं. वी वांट टू हैव दिस जर्नी. दिस इज अ जर्नी, एंड दिस जर्नी इटसेल्फ इज so joyful. We'll see that as we proceed further. So are we, but this needs a lot of commitment. Are you all committed for that priority? Just write IC, means I commit to this priority. I commit. This journey needs commitment. Initially, when we start, we need a lot of resolve and commitment. If you are committed, just write IC. Great, I commit. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now quickly, On what basis I am talking about this, that this is possible? इसका आधार क्या है, किस फाउंडेशन पे मैं ये बात कर रहा हूं कि दिस इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी इन आवर लाइफ, दैट बाय टेकिंग सर्टन स्टेप्स वी कैन चेंज आवर स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन समथिंग कॉल्ड द साइंस ऑफ हैप्पीनेस. लोग मुझे पूछते हैं कई बार इन माय लाइव वर्कशॉप्स और इन माय लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोग्राम्स, माय advanced courses, people ask me, is there actually a science called the science of happiness? Yes, it is. There is a science of happiness, and that's in fact my core. I have been trained in that. The science of happiness is a brilliant field. It's a new emerging field of science. काफी नया है. Only in last 30-40 years it has come, it has surfaced. इसमें है क्या? Few things, few dimension, few domains of science, they have come together. एक है positive psychology. This positive psychology is probably it started with positive psychology. And positive psychology जब start हुआ कि हम कैसे अपने अंदर emotions को positive रख सकते हैं. How we can keep the emotions positive. That's what is the essence. And it's a possibility. By taking certain steps, we can do it. And that is a science. Positive psychology is one dimension, one branch of psychology. Similarly, another very powerful branch of neuroscience called cognitive neuroscience. इसमें क्या होता है? How the brain is operating the mind. What is happening in the brain so that we are having a kind of experience in our mind. हम अपने आप को कैसे महसूस कर रहे हैं और how we are expressing ourselves. Expressions and experience कैसे होता है ब्रेन के फंक्शनिंग के थ्रू. How the neural pathways are functioning. If I am speaking to you in this mode, brain के अंदर क्या चल रहा है? So they will say, if you take a brain scan, especially they are using fMRIs, it can say that yes, there is a part called angular gyrus which is very active. There is a part called the Wernicke's area, Broca's area. These are very active. So in a way, we can understand the functioning of the brain and mind. How the mind and brain are in harmony. That's what cognitive neuroscience talks about. Cognitive means thoughts mostly and emotions also to an extent. So thought, emotions कैसे चलते हैं और हमारा actions कैसे express होता है through the functioning of the brain. That's cognitive neuroscience. This also gives a lot of input to the happiness science. Behavioral economics एक branch है economics का. It's a branch which typically talks about how we behave in a economical society, a society where there are transactions. What makes us happy? When we buy something, are we happy? When we see something, are we happy? Which kind of things which makes us happy in the outer world? All these are part of the behavioral economics. And many Nobel Prize have been given in this. At least in last 20 years, you'll find 2 Nobel Prize. Last 25 years, 2-3 Nobel Prize have been given in behavioral economics, and they have contributed significantly to the science of happiness. And most importantly, this science of happiness has been into the spiritual domain, especially the Eastern spirituality, yoga, some of the practices, pranayamas, and mostly the meditative practices and simple practices which we can apply. It's not just long form meditation or anything. I'll give you very simple, systematic practices which will make our brain transform the mind to a happy domain. So we will talk about that as well. So ये सब मिलके जो होता है इसको science of happiness बोला जाता है. इस science of happiness कहाँ है? Almost every big, tall university in the world, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Oxford, Cambridge, you'll find science of happiness is there. And in India, IIT Kharagpur is the pioneer because they have a center. They have a center called the Center of Excellence for the Science of Happiness. And I had the privilege to get trained there. So by that learning, we can understand objectively what is happening in a mind and how to change them. That's precisely what science of happiness is. We know what is happening in the mind, then we can change them. Is it sounding pretty promising and exciting? And this also is empowering. Just mention promising, exciting, and empowering. Promising, or you can just write PI, promising and interesting and important. PIE, you can write. Yeah. It's actually something which can empower us. By knowing these techniques, these things, we can really, really, really change the quality of our life. And that's precisely what we're going to learn. Great. I do a lot of things but can't overcome. Yes, Sahili ji, we will see how this works for you. We will work, but this needs a lot of determination and a journey together and resolve. Yeah. So, as I said, I had the privilege to learn in IIT Kharagpur from many of the top experts in the domain, including Dr. Samdu Chetri. He is the founder of the Gross National Happiness Center at Bhutan. He was the first executive director of that center, and I had the rare privilege to learn from him and also work with him. I collaborated and conducted workshops with him, retreats with him, and he also wrote the foreword for my book, the Happy Brain Miracle Formula, the same name. So this is what has been my learning. I conducted lot many workshops, but let me give a quick insight about how I came to this field. Would you like to know about me for maybe 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes I'll take about how I came to this field of the science of happiness. Would you give me that permission for a few seconds, few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes? Yes, thank you. Yeah, I joined corporate in 1993. 1993, I joined a large corporate organization. It's a public sector. And it was really, really great time for me when I joined my job. But within just in 7 to 8 years, at the age of 28, I had stress, I had high blood pressure. So much so that I had to take medicine at the age of 28. Just about 7 years of service, and I had to take medicine. And just not few months or years, for 20, almost like 18-20 years, I had to consume medicine, pills for high blood pressure. But let me tell you what happened, how things improved. I also had, I was very fat. 15 years into the journey of my corporate career, I was 93 kilogram of weight. My height is about 5.5 feet. So definitely I was obese, having a lot of internal problem. Externally, everything apparently was good. I was unable to get up. I was feeling depressed, stressed in my mind. All this was going on. But one incident which changed everything, that was a catastrophic incident, I would say. We were on a pleasure trip to Jim Corbett National Park with family. It was a family pleasure trip. And there was something called a nature walk. So you can, on your foot, you can get into the jungle with a guide. So a group of people, we entered into the jungle, where me and my elder son, we also joined the group. My elder son at that point in time was only 7 years. And my wife could not join because my younger son was only 1.5 years old. So they were in the resort. We entered, and as fortune would have it, we lost connect with our group by some miscommunication. So our group proceeded, because my son was the only small little child there. Everyone else was adult. So somehow we lost track, or we lost connect with our group. Group proceeded. In the midst of the jungle, we lost our way. And we got stuck at a place. Unfortunately or fortunately, there was a tiger around. And it was one of the scariest moments of my life. I thought I'm dying, because it was hopelessness. I thought I'm just falling down and we are losing our life. That would be the last day in our life. That's what I was feeling. Something miraculous happened. My mind immediately started working. I don't know for what reason. I recalled certain things, and immediately my mind worked. As I was about to fall down, losing my senses, immediately there was a flash, and I said, no, I have to take charge of this moment. I recalled what one should do when tiger is around. Thankfully, I had some knowledge about it. Um, yeah. Thankfully, I had some knowledge about the entire process of when tiger is around, what you need to do. And I recall because I used to read a lot of Jim Corbett and Kenneth Anderson stories, so I started doing all those things. Started speaking at the peak of my voice. I started saying and showing as if I'm big. I was putting my hands upward. And again, something miraculous happened. My phone rang. 2008, in the midst of that, it was not though far from the resort, but my phone rang. And I disconnected the call. I could connect to the resort and send one SOS message saying that we are stuck somewhere where tiger is around. Thankfully, they could come and help and save ourselves. And that day, somehow I thought that it was my mind which saved me. Somehow my mind at that point in time worked like a miracle, and I got saved. And I also had the feeling that life is so unpredictable. It's not wise to live the way we are living life, stressed, anxious, and fearful, and all those things. Why not explore into a new domain? I chose to change my career. I was in marketing. I applied to get into the space of happiness, space of mind, space of neuroscience. And at that point, on that day, as I thought I will change my quality of life and change the quality of life of many, I applied and joined the Management Training Institute of the same organization. It is Steel Authority of India, where I joined. And I had the opportunity for 10 long years to work with more than 10,000 people in different organizations, including SAIL. So that was a turning phase. And during that time, I got an opportunity to collaborate with IIT Kharagpur and also to work with some of the best in the world, some of the most revered, regarded people in the world in the domain of neuroscience, happiness. And that one thing, that one change has changed my life. I worked in the last few years when I chose to quit my job. Just give me one moment. Yeah. So that one change in my life, I think, just let me check if the recording is happening or not. Yes, recording is happening. So that changed the entire life. And in the last about 3 years after I chose to quit my job and helped more than 10,000 people, especially to help them come out of anxiety, worry, depression, and all those challenges of mind. And this was what Dr. Chetri could write for me. And I'm so humbled and so thankful for all those kind words where he mentioned that he learned in the first workshop we done together. But it was, of course, his humility. But still, he says, I learned a lot from you. So now, as I said, for last 3 years, we have been helping people to come out of these kind of challenges. The mission is to reach out to more than 1 lakh people. And we are on track. Thankful to all of you who have joined. And I also trust that you will change your life and change others' life as well. Help them come out of these challenges by learning the things that we are going to go through. Now, just let's have a quick look at what we are going to cover. The definite thing that we are going to do is to change our mindset, change the problems that are there in the mind, but how we are going to proceed. It has to be a step-by-step process. It's not a quick fix mechanism. People say, just give me one thing and it's over. Then you are just going to take a pill and it will give you some respite, but not forever. It can bring in some additional side effects. I'm sure all of you are not for that. Otherwise, you would not have been here. This is a process which will take you some time, maybe 7 days, 10 days, 15 days. But those 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, 21 days, you have to commit. If you are ready for that, then this place is for you. If you just want that, give me one technique and tomorrow I'll be all right. Let me be very honest. It doesn't work like that. If it works like that, it's not sustainable. It will not stay. It's like taking one pill For sometimes you feel good and then again you are feeling bad. That's not what the objective is. The objective is to change something permanently inside. Go through the process. Regularity is the essence. Do you agree with me? Are you ready for this? That you are here to go with a journey to change your life forever. It's not just for one temporary relief. That's not the objective. This is about changing forever. You have to put down those efforts for some time, and I'm there with you at least for these 3 days to help you through that. So today we will understand why this negativity is there. We'll talk about 6 very important aspects, and each of these 6 elements we have to handle with specific strategies. I'll also give you some strategies today itself. So first thing, we will understand something called the human trap. Human trap is what we will understand today. Yeah, HUMANE, human trap. That trap, if we understand, we can come out of many challenges. Second, tomorrow we will understand why it is happening. So we will go to the depth of it and applying how we can apply certain specific technique. We called it the miracle formula. Miracle formula को कैसे हम apply करेंगे. So आज हम देखेंगे human trap. क्या है human trap? कल देखेंगे क्या है miracle formula और उसको कैसे apply करना है. How we can apply to ourselves so that we can come out of the challenges. Next है, specifically we will do it in the session itself. We will do it. We will take 3 powerful steps. By applying those steps, we can come out of certain things by applying practically in our mind. इसके लिए एक टूल चाहिए, वो टूल्स को हम बात करेंगे डे 3 पे, जहां कि practically we will try to come out of some of the problems and challenges. And we'll also share a roadmap for 21 days so that you can use that template with you and go for it. In addition to that, in addition to this much, we will give you. But in addition to that, if you are really committed and you want to work with me, where I come live to help you come out of all these challenges, applying these practices and learning something more specific techniques, which take some time to learn, and I will help you through that, then there is an advanced course. You can choose to join that, but that's purely voluntary. If you're ready to go for that, you will give you a special offer on day 3. That's what we'll share on day 3 as well. So this is the curriculum. Is it clear? Are you getting clarity about the curriculum? No, the advanced course it's not just for 3 days. It's for a longer duration where I come live to help you specifically coming out of the problems. Yeah, many times I'll be coming live and I will take your specific problems, give you specific solutions. That's what we do in the advanced course. It's a hand holding. It's more of a consultation, which you do in group, but in case people are worried about their confidentiality, we do not share the details of whose question is that, but you give specific answer to specific problems. That's advanced course. Yeah. Apart from, of course, there are courses inputs, but more importantly, we do it for specific addressing problems. So is this course curriculum clear to you? First day, we will understand the human trap, problem kahan hai, negativity kyun hota hai. Tomorrow, we will learn the techniques, how to come out of it, miracle formula, and day after tomorrow, we will apply it. कैसे apply किया जाता है वो समझेंगे. Few examples I will take and give you. Anxiety होता है तो कैसे उसको apply करना है, उसमें क्या क्या करना है. I'll give you specific examples so that you can grasp it. Is this clear? Just write CC, means crystal clear. Yeah. Crystal clear, yes. Great. So let us understand the first thing. And of course, all the bonuses that we have committed to give you since you have joined this course will be given on day 3. We'll be sharing it on your email personally with you. Yeah. So please be there on day 3. Great. So one of the bonuses that we'll get is this. It's the book that will give. We'll take the questions on day 3. It will be difficult for taking all the questions. If we just get a chance to see, we will take the questions. Otherwise, it will distract, it will derail the entire course, right? So we'll take all the questions on day 3. Please keep note of those questions and we will have sufficient time given. In fact, day 3 would be about 1 hour 30 minutes. Today and tomorrow will be 1 hour. Day 3 will be about 90 minutes because we'll have additional time for question and some detail of the advanced course for some people who would like to join us. Yeah. So please keep your question, save question for day 3. Yeah. So this is what we'll give on day 3 as well. Now coming to the question, a big question here. This question is, our responses vary, meaning same condition, same challenge, same problem, two different individuals having two different response. Do you agree with this? Same problem, somebody is so angry, so disgusted, another person is calm, composed, harmonized, organized, and responding in a very composed manner appropriately. If you agree, just mention I agree. IA, yes. Congrats, right, IA, I agree, yes. So this means different people, same circumstance, but different approach. Science of happiness takes one step further. It's not even different people, the same individual with two different mindset can have different expression, different experience. For example, take my case. Same Jim Corbett, same tiger, we are stranded. Under one circumstance, I was about to fall down and lose my life. Under another state of mind, I just got up, appropriately addressed that situation. Why? Because mindset was different. Precisely that's what we are going to look at. And this is a possibility if we understand the problems in the mind. And each of these problems, once we understand, we can come out of it. Once we understand, we can come out. Awareness is a solution. We'll see that. Now, as we go in for this, understanding the human trap, I would urge all of you to be completely present, attentive, and aware with your openness so that we can learn this. This is important based on neuroscience. I'm not going to take you through neuroscience. I'll give you practical examples, but we need to understand this if you are really, really sincere to come out of the problems of mind. It's for everyone, not that people who are suffering from anxiety or suffering from depression. It is for everyone. If you're having relationship issues, if you're having issues with your mind, if you're having job related issues, if you're having issues, money related issues, everywhere this would work. So please pay all your attention, and with that awareness, let's follow this and let's understand this. Now, human trap is an acronym, meaning each one of the letter has a full form. तो एक एक करके हम उसको ओपन करते हैं, समझते हैं, और उसमें क्या किया जाए, कैसे कर सकते हैं, उसको भी समझते हैं. Right? Let's get in. Are you all ready to go? Just write RTG. If you are ready to go with all your attentiveness, with your awareness. इसको समझ लीजिए. इसको समझ लेंगे तो आधा काम खत्म हो जाएगा. 50% of solution lies here. एक बार हम अपना मन को समझ लेना, उसके बाद solution आ जाता है. 50% of solution lies in understanding your mind, being aware of yourself. This is a fantastic tool to be aware of your mind. Just know this. हो क्या रहा है भाई मन के अंदर, उसको समझ लें तो आधा solution आ जाएगा आपके पास. Today we are giving that much of time to understand our mind. The first one, known as holding on trap. लिख लीजिए कहीं, write down in your pen and paper, on your paper. Please do write. Holding on trap. I trust all of you have a pen and paper with you. Please do write this. Holding on trap. I'll explain. है क्या ये, क्या चीज है ये? Holding on trap is, I hold on to certain memories. My brain has a tendency to go back in the past and bring in some memories and repeat, overthinking about same thing which has happened long back, or maybe yesterday, or maybe in the morning. Not now, but I'm suffering. क्यों होता है? सबके साथ नहीं होता है. सबका ये थ्रेशोल्ड नहीं है, कुछ लोगों का थ्रेशोल्ड से ज्यादा है. कुछ हो गया, उसको सोचते रहते हो, एंड इट ruminate, holding on, you are holding on to something past, you are holding on to a memory and repeating and suffering, called the holding on trap. Do you agree? This trap is there in everyone. It's not just with somebody and doesn't happen to somebody. Human trap is with everyone, but for some it is at a higher level. Those of you who has got higher level of H, just write, you can just choose to write, it's your choice to write, just write H means high holding on trap. HH, yes. लोग बोलते हैं इससे करना क्या, कैसे कैसे बाहर निकलेंगे, इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं? आज के एंड में मैं जो आपको टेक्निक बताने वाला हूं, दिस इज फॉर होल्डिंग ऑन ट्रैप, एंड इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स इन अदर ट्रैप्स, but mostly that helps in holding on trap. I'll take just 2-3 minutes to explain that, but you have to perform it and let me know about that tomorrow for sure. Please do it. Whatever task I'm going to share with you, please do them and experience how it helps you. Holding on trap से बाहर कैसे निकलें? सिंपल है. लोग बोलते हैं कि आपको हॉट, यू आर होल्डिंग अ हॉट पोटैटो, योर हैंड इज बर्निंग, यू आर होल्डिंग अ बर्निंग कोल. Why don't you drop it? The simple answer is let go of it. But kaise, how to let go of it? I will tell you through that process. But that is one of the processes, very powerful processes. Tomorrow when we get into the miracle formula, we will train our brain how to let go of things. Brain ko training chahiye. Unfortunately, brain is not trained. Letting go is a training. It is a discipline of the brain. In fact, in one of the live sessions where I was conducting an offline session, a gentleman came and told me that I am suffering from holding on trap for last 20 years. पता है क्यों? इस बंदे ने, he qualified for the civil services examination. In the mains examination he qualified, applied for the interview or appeared for the interview. In the interview everything was going great, but finally the chairman of the board asked a very unusual question where he disputed him, and then he got into a fight. To an extent, he used some language which is not expected. And the chairman of the board smiled, saying, I was just testing your patience. Unfortunately, you are not fit to be an IAS officer. Kab hua tha? 20 years ago. And this gentleman, Tripathi, in my class, during the tea break, he came and cried. He said, every morning as I get up, I feel how I could do that mistake. He is in fact a vice president of a company, but still holding on to that memory. For 20 years he's suffering. Many of us, we have that kind of a memory, long-term holding on. And some of us, short-term holding on trap. कल क्या हुआ, परसों क्या हुआ, लास्ट वीक क्या हुआ था, आई लॉस्ट अ प्रमोशन, somebody scolded me, somebody abused me, somebody ditched me, somebody cheated me. We can come out of this. Please continue. लास्ट में मैं जो आपके साथ शेयर करने वाला हूं, एक ट्रिक, एक टेक्निक, please follow that I'll share at the end of this session. Please do that task and that will help you come out of this holding on trap. Yeah, could you understand holding on trap? Holding on trap makes life miserable. Just write HMLM, means holding on trap makes life miserable. Overthinking, rumination, repetition, same thought again and again and again, holding on to it. Let go is the solution. We'll learn how to activate that solution. HMLM, yes. HMLM means holding on trap makes life miserable. Great. So all of us, we got it. Great. Now coming to the next one, we'll move fast. Next 10-15 minutes, we'll understand each one of them. I would also share the basic trick. Next one is called uncertainty trap. There was a question at the beginning that मुझे मालूम नहीं है क्यों uncertainty, why I am having anxiety. No clue, no idea. Anxiety होता है बिना कारण. I do not know what is the reason for this anxiety, but it is there. The reason is uncertainty trap. It is the mirror image of the holding on trap. Matlab, mirror image matlab, holding on trap is about the past. Uncertainty trap is kind of an uncertainty our body and subconscious feel about the future. We'll talk about the subconscious mind tomorrow. The subconscious mind feels that my future is uncertain, terrible, and scary. I will die, I will have disease, my family will suffer, my job will suffer, I will not earn, my job will go away, financial crisis, this, that, all these things. Get up early in the morning, the uncertainty. Or for some people, in the night, as they go into the bed, no sleep, uncertainty trap. Uncertainty trap is another mechanism in the brain itself, another neuropathway which actually projects a negative future, uncertain future, and our subconscious starts trembling. Let me give you a quick hack here. Let me give you a simple solution. Yes, this is my problem. How many of you face this problem? Uncertainty is my problem. You can just write UIMP. Or me. Yes, you can just write me as well. That will be simpler. UIMP. Many. In fact, let me tell you, so many in today's era, especially those who are in corporates, so much of uncertainty. Pandemic has again expedited. It has again boosted that. Lot of uncertainty. In fact, during the pandemic, during the corona phase, I was working with so many people who had corona, and following that, they have tremendous anxiety disorder. General anxiety disorder has become a widespread thing, GAD, if you know. So many, but thankfully, so many of them have come out of these problems just following systematic discipline practice. Even there is another thing which is called obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, if you've heard of. Again, people can come out of this if they follow certain kind of processes. Again, these are not typical. You have to really put in efforts, take that charge, responsibility to come out of it. So uncertainty trap. Let me give you a quick, as I said, I'll give one technique at the end for all, but here, can you do this? Whenever there is uncertainty trap, you are feeling uncertain, let me give you a simple quick hack here. During uncertainty, it happens in your subconscious mind. That is the reason why you are unknown about it. Your conscious mind cannot fathom it, cannot go there. समझ में नहीं आता है conscious mind को, क्योंकि ये subconscious में चलता है. और subconscious में जो चीज चलता है उसको आप conscious mind में देखने के लिए you have to train your mind. We'll talk about that tomorrow, how to connect the conscious to the subconscious. So as of now, can you do this practice? The moment you are going through an uncertainty phase, start doing this. This is a preliminary technique, but to do this, just check your body parameter. The moment you are having anxiety, go and check all your body parameter one by one. Tell yourself, speak it out. My heart rate is going up. My gut is having some kind of turbulence. I can feel kind of a fluttering feeling in my gut. पेट के अंदर कुछ जैसे butterfly चल रहा है. I can feel some kind of heaviness in my chest. It can vary from person to person. Headache हो रहा है. There is a pain in my back or neck. Stiffness in my hand. I can feel a lack of sensation on my skin. Please say this. Speak. You have to speak it out, or at least mentally speak it out. I see my heart rate going up. I can sense my muscles are getting stiffened. I can feel I'm feeling heaviness in my chest. Whatever is happening to you, just speak it out. Some people they shiver. You say, yes, I'm shivering. I can feel it. Speak it out. I'll explain why it works tomorrow when I talk about conscious and subconscious mind. Can you do this? Can all of you do this? Whenever this happens, anxiety हो रहा है, uncertainty हो रहा है, please do this technique and tell me how it works. Speak it out. We call it verbalization. Simple technique, of course. Initially, preliminary, आप बाहर आ जाओगे. For long term, there are deeper techniques. Do this and help yourself. Help others also. जो suffer कर रहे हैं ऐसे, उनको help करिए. Yes. So uncertainty trap समझ में आ गया? Clear? Just write UC, uncertainty trap. Clear. UTC. Just write UTC. Unless you have any doubt, we'll proceed further. Great, 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 great. Lovely. Moving further to the next one. ये है relationship trap. एक था पीछे का, past, holding on, past trap. Uncertainty, future trap. Relationship present में होता है. Next, all the traps that we'll discuss will have some present, future, past mix up. But one of the major traps is relationship. People say relationship का brain के साथ क्या लेना देना है? Has there any relationship with brain networks? Yes, absolutely. There are many. In fact, if we get time, on day 3, I will explain. There is something called mirror neuron activation. There is some part of the brain, they work in harmony for relationships. And we suffer from 3 problems in relationships. I will explain these 3 problems and how to handle them. Tomorrow itself, in the miracle formula, we will talk about relationship, and one aspect you will come out of tomorrow itself with a certain practice. Some of you might be knowing the practice, but applying it appropriately, you can help one dimension of your relationship. Dimension of relationship, let me tell you. कहाँ कहाँ हम सफर करते हैं रिलेशनशिप में. जर्नी वाला सफर, हिंदी वाला नहीं. Suffering. We suffer in relationships, unfortunately. One is in our loving relationships. What is it? In our loving relationships. I love my wife. I love my husband. I love my son, daughter, father, mother, brother, sister. I love them. But even in that loving, I suffer. What happens? I have expectations. He should behave like this. He doesn't behave like that. I suffer. He should study. He is watching television. My son, I suffer. My wife should say like this, not doing it, I suffer. Husband should do this, not doing this, I'm suffering. Reason, expectations not met. The second aspect, he or she is suffering. Let's say my father is suffering. I'm also suffering. My mother is having some pain, some disease, I'm suffering. So we are suffering in loving relationship. We also suffer. So one is loving relationships, we suffer. We also suffer in hateful relationships. Some relationships are so, packed with toxicity. Sometimes the boss, sometimes in-laws, sometimes an enemy, a customer, a colleague, they are having toxicity. Sometimes even in family, husband or wife, so toxic is the relationship. We tend to hate that person. So much so that we pray that let him die, let him go away from our life. So we suffer in the hateful relationships where toxicity is there, abuse is there. Unfortunately, it is there. It is reality in many of our lives. And third dimension is lost relationships. Lost means somebody has died and that pain, agony is still there in my heart. I miss that relationship. Breakup ho gaya hai. There is a breakup with somebody I loved and because of some reason could not come together. That loss again is hurting. Also sometimes at the elderly people, they appreciate this. What happens? Children are now away, so busy in their life, no time for the parents. And parents have apparently lost that relationship. I work with so many elderly people, apparently lost. They sense that they are not caring for us. We are not their priority in life now. So 3 dimensions where we suffer in relationships. If we understood this, just write LHL, loving relationships, hateful relationships, lost relationships. And there are techniques, separate techniques for each one of them. If you just follow them, you can come out of it. Just mention that. Yeah. I trust all of it is so simple to appreciate in our life. Practical. Relationship में ये होता है. Father, mother, brother, sisters, husband, wife, fight होता है और हम सफर करते हैं. Suffering, जहाँ पे हम enjoy करना चाहिए, वहाँ पे सफर करते हैं. Relationship is supposed to give us support and enjoyment, but we suffer. because we do not know some techniques. We will use some powerful techniques. Let me tell you, it is inside world. Many people, they blame because of this behavior, because of that kind of approach, that word, that language, I'm angry. No, you can train your body and mind how to handle that. That's what we will see in tomorrow's session. Yeah. Great, great, great. Very true. Absolutely. It's so true in our life. Next, ये कहाँ है? ये हम सफर करते हैं responsibility में. Autonomy trap. In today's era, one of the problem is overload. So much responsibility. Office, hundreds of work. Expectations have gone up. At home, housewife, suffering, so much of demand from every member. This is what is called autonomy trap. Means freedom trap. I do not have me time. I do not have time for myself. Not even the time to think about myself. Toxicity, stress, all those internal problems happen because of this. Sometimes anxiety. Deadline is coming. I'm unable to handle. There is a challenge. So much of load have been given to me. I'm working for 14 hours a day. I know people who are working for 14 hours a day on an average, including the holidays. This is autonomy trap. We do not have anything else but working and working for somebody else. Complete freedom is snatched away from us. If this is happening in your life, you can, lot of responsibility, as Ashok ji is saying there. If you are also seeing this, just write, I am in autonomy trap, just write IAT. IAT means you are almost, and let me tell you, many of us, we are in autonomy trap in today's era. Complexity इतना बढ़ गया है, कोई चारा ही नहीं है. You have to work. सुबह जाओ, ऑफिस में टेंशन, घर आओ, फिर घर में टेंशन. It's not just in office. Office, come back home, student, your education of a child, some other responsibility, the household chores, all these things are there, right? IAT, this again, you will be astonished to know this is something to do with your inner self. If you can manage something inside, you can help yourself come out of this trap to a large extent, just by taking few disciplined steps. And again, this is because of lack of a priority for happiness. You'll understand that. The moment we give that little priority, we can see we become so much more productive that things become settled. We are actually sabotaging our productivity by doing this, by doing certain wrong practices. We will talk about those right practices which can help us. 7 to 11 p.m. That's what Parthasarthi ji is mentioning. 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Can you think of it? Almost 16 hours. Yeah. So this is what is the plight of modern era, and we have to break it down. We have to come out of it. Yeah. Next one is called name, fame, status trap. Meaning, this is about our status. सब लोगों को चाहिए कि मुझे थोड़ा importance मिले. I should feel some valuable, and it is important. Feeling worthy, feeling confident, feeling valuable, having self-worth, having self-love. People who do not have this, they lack self-love. It is also known as the identity trap. This trap, only if we can come out of this trap, so many things can get sorted. I say this is a paramount trap, very important trap. This trap came out of that trap, still not happy. We'll talk about your question. Yeah, Katyayani ji, we'll talk about your question. Exactly what happened to you on day 3. Please do put this question. What trap you came out of and why this is still persisting. Definitely we'll try to understand and give some solution on day 3. So this identity trap is about jealousy, is about low confidence, is about also people suppressing me. There are many who do not allow you to function as a human being. They let you feel small and low and some kind of a miserable creature. They take you for granted. There is a term called a sense of entitlement. Some people say that you have to do it for me, and you have a sense of obligation. जैसे आप उनके लिए बंधे हुए हैं, slave. Because of this, you have to come out of this. And this trap can really make our life miserable. Unless we come out of this, you will not have self-love. You will have poor self-image. You will have low confidence. Have to come out of it. If you understood this, just write, so important, I say this is the important thing. Just write, identity trap is important. Although we write name, fame, status trap, this is also known as identity trap. Identity is paramount. You can write triple I. Identity is important. ट्रिपल आई. इस आई को अगर समझ लिए ना, इस आई को हम लोग अगर समझ लिए ना, दिस ट्रिपल आई को लोग बोलते हैं थर्ड आई, इसको अगर हम समझ लिए, इफ वी ग्रास्प दिस, हाउ वी कैन हैंडल दिस आई, वी कैन कम आउट ऑफ दिस प्रॉब्लम टू अ लार्ज एक्सटेंट. वील सी दैट. Now moving on to the last one. Last trap is known as equality unfairness trap. Yes, there is a point that I suffer from lack of confidence. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Simple practice. One example I'll give, how a person who was suppressed by his boss came out of that low confidence and could meet eye to eye with his boss and became confident and regarded, respected by his boss as well. Yeah. So next is equality unfairness trap. What is this? This is another very subtle, very hidden trap. All of us, we know that. All the time we feel there is unfairness around me. Some people have higher feeling of this. Blaming is one of the reasons. All the time, because of this, I could not do this. Because of that, this didn't happen in my life. I am unfortunate. And you see injustice all around. Somebody else, you worked so hard, and sometimes it's reality. You put in all your efforts. Somebody else got a promotion. Why? Because the boss was close to him. Relative of boss's wife. And he got the promotion. You slogged and didn't get a promotion, didn't get a pay hike. Unfortunate, you say this is injustice. But injustice is part and parcel of life. How to handle this? How to at least do not hurt yourself by saying this? Let me give my example. Few years ago, what happened? It's a small little example, so we can all relate to that. I was standing in a queue, very slow moving queue. It was not moving at all. For last 15-20 minutes, only probably moved a couple of feet. Suddenly we noticed a person with 2 bodyguards chose not to be in the queue. Seedha aage बढ़ गया. Bypassing the queue, he straightway went to the counter. And he was so powerful, apparently nobody had the courage to protest that. He went there, asked for the ticket, got the ticket and got away with it. Only thing what was happening inside was, I was fuming. Itna gussa aa raha tha andar. I was like, as if I'll burst out. Gussa andar tha, fuming inside, boiling inside. I think this was the plight of everyone out there. Immediately I recognized, oh my God, what am I doing? Banda apna ticket leke bhag gaya. The damage has been done. Now I'm further affecting myself. I immediately changed my mindset a little. This is again a little trick. What I did, I said, sometimes I have friends, koi banda hai kisi office mein, I get some little privilege, some advantage somewhere. And then I say, I'm so lucky, my friend is there, so I get it little early. That time I do not say it is unfair to others. But now I'm saying unfair because I am at the receiving end. For small such things, you can use such kind of logic, but for bigger injustice, very, very difficult to handle. For that, we have a very powerful technique. I'll share that technique on day 3. Super powerful technique. I will take you through a small 5 minutes practice. You can come out of these challenges. Something, it will help you come out of holding on trap. It will help you come out of unfairness trap, and also to a large extent uncertainty trap. Super powerful technique. This technique can change a lot. Yes, there is a wonderful, I was just expecting that. It is inaction. Absolutely, yes, I also do agree with it. But if you are courageous enough, take action. If you're not taking action, don't hurt yourself again. That's the absolutely. I felt like that time. I should have actually stood up and told him this is not fair. That would have been the best thing. But the next best thing is not to suffer. The next best thing is to come out of it. Do you agree with this? The next best. I'm not saying that was the best thing, but at least don't hurt yourself. Don't corrode your internal mechanism by feeling that way. Would you agree? The next best thing. I agree. I absolutely respect your point. It is inaction, but inaction doesn't mean that you corrode your system. Yeah, I trust. Yes, yes. Thank you. So that's what I say. Don't always do that. When you can stand up, do stand up. But when you cannot, don't hurt yourself. Yes. How to stop suffering? Tomorrow we'll do it, but today I will give you one powerful technique. Please be there. Please be there. Yeah, please be there. There is a question. I think it is a very personal question. Can we take it up on day 3? Because you can, I'll unmute you. You can speak to me, give more details if you want to do it in public. If you can comfortable, it's a comfortable thing, please do it. Or we can do it elsewhere. If you are joining our advanced course, we have other mechanism. So this is, have you got it? Do you understand the 6 different things? Now your task is, let me tell you, any problem in the mind, you can put it to this 6 buckets. Any problem, you can just need to think through. You will find these are the 6 different buckets where you can just put it. Problem in the mind, in this 6, you have to put it. You have to do this task. Task number 1 today is you have to put your score in this. What is the score? Out of 10, how much you are giving to these 6 elements of human trap. Let me give you a very powerful thing here. The moment you start observing human trap sincerely with your awareness, you'll find you are getting some release. You're getting some relief. Do you agree? Awareness, in fact, it's not my statement. It is a statement of a very respected, regarded, revered neuroscientist, contemplative neuroscientist, Dr. Richard Davidson, who says that awareness is 50% of cure. More than 50%, he says. It's more than 50% of the cure. Just observe your mind. Kahan suffer kar rahe ho bhai? Is it in holding on trap? Is it in uncertainty? Is it in relationship? Is it in your autonomy? Is it in your name, fame? Is it in E? Or it's a combination? Let me tell you, it's a combination. There are certain things which are combination. You lost a promotion, unfairness. Your identity goes down, combination. You also hold on to that lost promotion, combination. So one event, 3 things may be there. Pay some attention to that. See how you are suffering because of this. Once you just pay attention, mirror hai ye mirror. Aap mirror dekho and you see a lot of clarity in your life. This is a mirror. Please use this. This is one technique. Just be aware. Next technique, super powerful technique. You have to do it today. I'll give you 3 small tasks. This will take just about less than 5 minutes. Pay some attention. Each of these, what is your number? I have also given on the left side, you can see it is written out there. This will be shared in the group. So please do it, right? Please do it. Is it clear? Just write HUMANE. Human trap, it is clear. Just write HUMANE. And now let's get ready for the next. Husband, anytime blaming. Yes, there is a technique, powerful technique. I'll help you through that. Just put the question if time permits on that. Although it's not part of this curriculum, if time permits, I'll definitely help you. How to come out of those accusing relationships. Stand up and you can see change of behavior will happen. Yeah. Clear? Great. Our journey is this, manifesting our happiest version, not just coming out of anxiety, stress. These we have to drop so that we can bring in the happiest version and sustain this. The word here is sustain this. 4 दिन ठीक हो गया, 5वां दिन फिर से back stress, anxiety. No, that's not the objective. You have to do and sustain this, and it's a possibility. You have to do it to see that possibility. Yeah. Now moving further, as I said, there is a task waiting for you. Would you like to have the recording of the session? If you want to have the recording of the session, just say yes. Just mention yes. Yes. But with one small condition. The condition is we'll be sharing the link, a YouTube link, and please do subscribe to the channel. The reason why I ask you to subscribe to the channel, because I want that channel to go out and many people see that, and the algorithm will only work when more and more people subscribe and watch. And I would also like you to give a comment below that particular YouTube link. That means in the comment, just mention how did you feel, what is your trap, mention that in that particular below that comment. Yeah, would you do that? Then of course I'll share with that commitment. Yes. Please do subscribe. Please do leave a comment. And if you like the video, of course, do like it. Yeah. So we'll be sharing just after this, we'll be sharing the link, and please do these things in that channel. Subscribe to the channel and please leave a comment below saying that what is your trap, and you can mention what will you do for that, what is happening, so that I respond to the comments in YouTube for sure. Even if you write it afterwards, I'll respond to it. Maybe I'll give you a solution. So please write your problem if you have any. You can, in short, you can mention that specific. Yeah. If it can be shared in public, of course, I'm not forcing you to do that. Yeah, great. How to handle anxiety when you know something is inevitable? Let me tell you, when it is inevitable, action is the only way out. If you know that there is somebody is having heart attack and you have to take charge, it's not about handling your anxiety. Anxiety is, or the solution is, immediately take that person to the hospital and immediately you'll find your anxiety will come down. Action helps if it is inevitable, and there is a way how to handle this. Sometimes because of anxiety we cannot function. How to overcome that? We say there is a technique called 5-way technique. How to shift your attention awareness to something else and work on solution rather than working on the problem. So that is, if it is inevitable, please do work on solution, not work on your anxiety. That anxiety is a valid anxiety. It is, nature has given us that kind of internal feeling to act. Yeah. If it is a terminal illness, we will deal it separately. That's something more spiritual in nature. If it is a terminal illness, we have to handle it with spirituality. And let me tell you, people feel more happy when you go through that spiritual process. It's deeper spiritual process of embracing, knowing the reality of what we are. Yeah, that's a very different story. Yeah. Now coming to this task. The task here is simple. It will take about 5 minutes of your time or a little more. Immediately after the session, take out a piece of paper and write down your problems. We have already exceeded the time because of few queries, questions. Forgive me for that. I'm so sorry. I didn't even notice that time has flown. I was so engrossed in the process. Can I take 2 more minutes, please? Can you give me that permission? I'm sorry, I have exceeded the time by almost 20 minutes. I didn't realize. I'm sure all of you are there with me. I'm so thankful. My gratitude for that. In spite of time gone, that shows your commitment and your real drive to make yourself happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My gratitude for that. So 2 minutes. Thank you for permitting me for this. So the task is, write down the problem that you're facing on a piece of paper, and in the bracket you can write the trap. If it is uncertainty trap, write U in the bracket. If it is holding on trap, write H in the bracket. Let's say you are Some past memory is hurting you, write that memory in the bracket, write H. So you are getting clarity. I'll explain the science of it on day 3. Scientifically, it's a spiritual process, very ancient process, but we'll explain scientifically why it works. Yeah. So write it in bracket, write the trap. 4 or 5, those which are really troubling you. 4 or 5 real life issues which are making you suffer. Write it on a piece of paper. Then fold that paper, put it inside a ball, and the ball should be a crystal ball, preferably. Put it and bring a matchstick or a candle with all precaution. Please take all safety measures and lit it up. Burn that paper. As you watch that, as you look at the flame, you are just looking at the flame, calming down your mind completely, just observing it and saying to yourself, I destroyed my sufferings today. I destroyed my sufferings today. As you are looking at the flame is burning and the paper is completely getting destroyed. Looking at that flame, just telling yourself, having this affirmation, I destroyed my sufferings today. Feel that calmness within you. Feel the sufferings are getting burnt. Day after tomorrow, I'll explain what exactly is it and how it works. What is the flow with which you'll do this? It works the best. And what is the science behind it? Day 3, I'll explain. But today, you do it and share your experience. What you need to do after doing this, take a click of that burning paper and share it in the group. Share it in the group. So 3 things we have already shared with you. 3 tasks. What are them? 1, you will complete the chart, human trap chart, giving marks in each of these traps in a scale of 1 to 10. Second, you will subscribe and leave a comment in the recording, which will be a YouTube link. So subscribe to channel and leave a comment. And if you like it, you like it. That's optional. If you like, just touch the like button with love. That will be handy for me. I love that. But leave a comment sharing what you learned or specifically what's your problem. Task 3 is the burning bowl experiment. Do it and take a snap and leave it in the group. We'll open the group for that. And if you're doing all the tasks every day, I'll be giving very simple tasks for you only. If you're doing all the tasks every day, you are going to receive 1 additional bonus. Just mention if you love gift, write LG. If you love gift, I'm going to share this gift with you. This is very dear to me. My first book, E-State of the Devas, and E-State is a very powerful mechanism I'm going to share tomorrow with you, giving you a technique how to get to E-State. E-State where conscious, subconscious, they merge with each other. So E-State of the Devas book you will receive, but condition is you are going to complete all the tasks that I'm giving, and more than for the gift, do it for yourself. I know by doing this, you are changing something inside. Please do all the tasks and please share them in the group or in the YouTube below the comments. That will help us really give you the gift, and it will help you to improve your quality of life as well. Thank you very much. And as we have come to the end of this session, again, I would love to see all of you on camera. Some of you have, you have gone behind the camera. That happens. I understand we have exceeded the time. I'm sorry for that, overflowing the time. But for sure, I'm thankful to all of you. For a moment, let's close our eyes and pray for the entire humanity to be happy. We know this is a very difficult time. All of us, we are traversing through the pandemic, the economic crisis. People are losing their job. So many trouble that are there. Let's pray for the entire humanity, the entire creation, for happiness and joy. And also pray for each other, bless each other, heal each other for a wonderful journey of life. Thank you so very much for being part of this journey. And let's connect again tomorrow exactly at 7 p.m. Stay blessed. Have a great time. Thank you. Thank you very much.